All right, so today we're going to cover and talk about using Google Slides or Sites in the classroom. I know that talking to Ms. King, y'all are looking at making portfolios, especially with GT, and then using them in Science as well. So you can get to Google Sites from a couple of different places. One, you can get to them from your waffle here on your normal Google Start page, okay, right from your apps. Click here and you get the sites. You can also go to your Google Drive, and this is where most people start at when they're working on things in their Chromebook or the Chrome OS. Okay, you don't have to just have the Chromebook. You can be in any type of Chrome, okay, or Internet Explorer as well, but Chrome will work better. So you get your apps here as well on your waffle, and there's your sites as well. So this is one of the standard groups of Google apps that come with your Chrome account. Another way, if you're on a Chromebook, is if you come down here to your waffle, down here at the bottom where it says apps, and you click on it, okay, you can type in Google Sites. Okay, and you can see here's Google Sites. This is mine, okay, this is my Google site here. And as you can see, there's two of them. There's a Robinson one, and then there's a student one. The student Google site is going to be different. The address is going to be different than the site for your teacher one. So you got the robinson.k12.tx.us and then the stu.rstweb.org. Those two are two different domains. So when students are sharing those sites with you, you're going to have to go here to view those shared sites. One thing that I did to help me out was when I went to my Google site, I went ahead and made a folder. Okay, I have a Google Sites folder. In that folder, I have my student Google Sites, and then I have my Google Sites, my teacher Google Sites. So we'll go to the student one first real fast. Here you can see all the sites that were shared with me. This is how I can access those sites. Okay, and then you can easily come in here and search those sites. Okay, you can search type of student's name in. You know, we'll type Sierra. Okay, and you can search Google site that way. You can, there's a ton of different ways to search that. We'll go back here. So I'm going to show you how to get, for the very first time, to get to your teacher or student Google site. And we're going to start in my drive. Okay, you click on the waffle here, and you click on Sites. All right, and there we are. We are at our Google site. Once again, this is the teacher version. You'll see here it's got the robinson.k12.tx.us domain. Okay, these are all different sites that I've created in the past, and different sites that I've created recently. The one that I was working with was Thomas GT. I'm going to show you how we got there. So one thing that we're going to do is I'm going to create a template. Now this template is going to be based on y'all talking about what it is that you want on the students' sites. This template is a place where what we want their sites to look like default. Now students can go in and of course change the color, they can change the font of the things to add in, add their pictures, stuff like that. But this will make it much easier and quicker for them to get started. Okay, so they know, okay, as the teacher wants this particular section on your site. So to do that, I just come over here to create once I'm in my site. And I have two options. I have blank template and then browse the gallery for more. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the browse gallery for more, okay, because this is where you'll find the template that I created for the students. Okay, this one here I created for Robinson Primary Elementary. Real simple site. Okay, they can click on it. They can come down here and they can see it right here. If they want to use that template, all they have to do is hit select, and then it'll generate that template for them where they can go in and edit it and do everything. Once they hit select at that template, it kind of goes back to their name, so that you don't have to worry about them changing it for everybody else. It isn't like a live doc like that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and create go back to the site that I created, and I'm going to show you how I did that real fast. So I went through my blank template. Okay, so once they get that template up and they select, GT whatever, or they select the name of that template, whatever we want to name it, they'll come in here and then they will put their name. So like the other one, I put Thomas GT. Okay, and that's up to y'all how you want the naming conventions to be, how you want them to name their site. And so what that'll see here, this will be their Google site. This is their URL, and at the end of that URL, I have their name and whatever it is they typed up here. As you can see, spaces are fine. It'll put dashes for those spaces. Okay, real easy, real simple. If you want to go through and play and select a theme that you might want them to start off with, they can easily change this as well. So we could pick a certain color that you might want for the site. Okay, so you pick slate as the color, and there's tons of different colors here. Down here at the bottom where it says more options, that's not something they have to worry about. Okay, they don't have to, so tell them, see more options, don't worry about more options, it's okay. So each student can have their own color palette for their site. It doesn't have to be the same color, but the template itself will be the same as far as how we set it up. So I'm going to go here. So after I pick my color here, and I hit create, okay, it'll take it a little bit. And let me go back to my sites. And we're going to mess with one that I've already done. So this is the one that I created. Okay, I used this template here, this color palette here. As you can see, this allowed me to go ahead and make the colors that I want to make it. I have my home screen. This is my navigation on the left. We'll talk about creating navigation tabs up here on the top here in a little bit. Okay, we'll get to that. So to add a page, to edit a page in Google Sites, it's the edit page button. Looks like a little pencil. Real simple. I click here. As you can see here, it gives me my layout. It kind of looks exactly like Google Docs. They try to make sure that it's across the board the same exact way, where as far as bolding, capitalization, punctuation, different things like that. Okay, over here at the top, I can insert things, format things, insert a table, mess with my layout, any type of help information I may need. If I have any questions on things, it'll take me straight to the web to find some information. So if I click on insert, there are a plethora of things to insert, from gadgets, recently updated files, to a post if you have like a blog or something, or a Twitter account that that they're constantly post to, that'll automatically update that Twitter account on your site. Pretty dadgum neat. I like it a lot. You also have images. You can insert things from your drive, from your Google Drive, so actually like a document that's scrollable inside of your site as well. So these are all different things. Like a student can have their science journal or the lab that you're working on, that they created in Google Drive and on Google Docs. They can actually embed that into their Google site. Or a presentation they created, they can actually embed that presentation right into Google Docs. Okay, videos, Hangout chats. They can start a Hangout call with you, from that site. Well, actually, the students can't because that's cut off for them. But they could start that with you if they want to, if that was on your site, if you had a site or something like that. All right, so we'll come over here and we'll talk about layout real quick. So with my layout, this is where I would change the columns that you see here. So this is where I have my 3 columns. The default setting is one big long rectangle, okay, or you can type all kinds of stuff in there. I can center that if I want to. Real neat. I can change the color, change the background color of this, whatever I want to do. So for a home page, this would be cool. All right, so y'all think about what you want them to have on their home page. We can change it to where it is under layout to where there's 3 columns. Okay, on the left, is a picture of them. On the right, some more information on the in the middle, some more information on the right. You can have, their different links to their different blogs or different blogs, their different pages that they like or something like that, or some information for other stuff. Okay, you can put anything in here. Videos. They want to do a little video about themselves, a little bio. Okay, they can do that here in these little things here in these boxes here. You can also change. I can add a column at the bottom. I can leave this in the middle and another column at the top. So there's different ways with layout, and this is something that that y'all should talk about, how you want it to look with your students. Do you want the 3 columns? Do you want or do you want to leave that up to them? Give them that privilege of letting them know. Okay, so this is what you can choose from. This is what I want you to have. Okay, we'll leave it with the 1 right now. All right, so here on the left, like I said, you have your navigation buttons here on the left. We're going to talk about moving those up to the top here in just a second. All right, so once I'm done, I hit save. Okay, as you can see, here's my site. I want to make sure I save. Now, changes save automatically, of course, but you always want to make sure you hit save just in case something happens when you get done with that page. Now, if I want to go in here and change the color of this page, some of us might not like the sandy beaches. All that's going to be under Site Layout, Edit Site Layout. So I'll hit the Edit Site Layout. I'm sorry, not Site Layout. Not Site Layout. Manage Site. So in the Manage Site, you'll come up, first thing pop up is General. Okay, these are some general things in here that you can go through, you can look at. Okay. So themes, colors, and fonts. From here, if I click on that down at the bottom left, you can see here I can change my entire theme right here at the top. Okay, this is my base theme. I can make it glitterified, make it look all pretty. I can go to a little treehouse effect. Okay, I can also just change the site header. So the site header is just this part up here. So I come over here and I want to change the color of that. I'm not, a big fan of the baby blue. I want to make it a rocket blue. So it just changes that color for that site header. And I can go back and I can change the color of the font later so that it's not that way. It won't, blend in like that. I can change the content area color. I can change the content area gadgets. The title, the background, different things like that. I can change all that information. I can change the title color here. I want it to be white so it'll stand out against that blue. All right. So there's different things, just have them play through it. Okay. There's lots of different settings, especially when it comes to color on here. So you can definitely have them do that. All right. I'm going to clear those all custom defaults here. I'm going to leave it back to that blue there, that tree house. Okay, once again, I want to make sure I hit save. It'll tell you your changes have been saved. So once I've hit save, I can come back over here and go back to my site. All right, so this is my site that I have. All right, let's talk about the settings real quick. Okay, as you can see here, this gear here is very similar to all the other settings options that we have in other programs. You got the subscribe. You have page settings. Okay, if I click on page settings, this is how I can allow attachments and stuff. This is how I can allow attachments on things. If I want to, page description, anything like that. Okay, copy the page if I don't want to keep making. If I want my first page to kind of look like my second page and keep going, I just copy that page, make another page. I got my site action. So this is where I would do my site layout. So if I come over here, edit site layout, this is where I would get this is where I would change the side navigation to my tabs. So over here, I would now these are toggle switches. You can see this one's more depressed than these. Okay, So if I click that, see how everything goes away? So it's not selected. So if I click the horizontal navigation, as you can see now I have my home button here at the top. All right, I have my home at the top. Now, you're wondering, I had another page there. Okay, so to get that page, that tab to show up there, okay, well first let me show you here. You got tabs, you got boxes, here's tabs, here's links. So I like the tabs, so I'm gonna go with tabs, and I can go here and add a page, and there's my presentations page. I want to add that page. Okay, so when I select that page and click OK, now the presentation page now will show up next to my home page. All right, if I want to make that page underneath my home page, I would click this arrow and it would take it to the next level. But I don't want that. I want that to be on the same level as my home page. So I hit OK, and there's my presentations tab. All right, and if I had another page underneath there, you'll see a drop-down menu, just like you see in other websites. You click it, and it'll drop down. But I'm not, so that's how I change it from my side header to my horizontal header. Okay, these are all toggle switches, all toggle buttons. They have to be selected. So I'm going to close that. All right, and we're going to walk you through one last thing, and we're going to walk you through creating a page. So if I hit create a page, and I'm going to name my page docs. Okay, that's just why I'm just going to name it docs. You know, now one thing to remember when you create a page, you want to put the page at the top level. So what that means is that it will not be underneath the home button. You want it to be at the top level, right next to presentations, right next to home. So I'll make sure that's selected. Make sure I spelled it right. I hit create. Okay. So now, so you say, okay, hey, where's my page? I created a page. That's a good question. So I make sure I come over here. All right, and I go to layout. Layout. Sorry. I make sure I save it. So I can create as many pages as I want, just over and over again if I want. Then I come over here, and I go all the way back down to edit site layout. Remember, that's editing the site layout, so the entire site. And I come over here. As you can see here, when I hover over it, it turns to hand and changes color. When I click edit horizontal navigation, I go through my other steps again. I come here, I add a page. I click on my home page. Now it puts it in alphabetical order right now. Okay, so I'll show you how to change that. So I click on my home page here. I hit OK. As you can see, it's now in line with my home presentation. Oh, so this is a good way to show you. All right, I clicked home accident. I don't want home. I want to remove it. Make sure it's selected in blue. Hit my trash can. Page gone. So let's go back to add a page. I don't want home. I want docs. Okay, so I click docs. Okay, now I can move the docs. I want docs in front of my presentation. I just click the up arrow. As you can see, that moves the page anywhere you want it to be. So I want my docs to be second. So after I've selected that, I hit OK. If that's the way I want my page to look like, I want my home page to look like, just like that when people come to my site. I hit OK. And as you can see, now I have my home, my docs, and my presentations. I hit close, and this is what my site looks like now. From here, you know, like I said, I can go in here and edit that page if I want. I can do all kinds of different things, change the color of that page if I want. So pretty simple. Any questions, please be sure to email me. The next video here, we'll dive a little deeper, but definitely go in here, play around, try it out. Okay? Thank you for your time.